Welcome back to Dishing It with D. I know y'all looking at this thumbnail and like, what? We're gonna talk about Nene Leakes crying, talking about she ain't got nobody to put down as her emergency contact. Tia Mowry talking about it's hard out here for a single woman over 40 because men ain't acting like men. These two fools who done went viral for first date failures. One, because she didn't want the man to take her to a chain restaurant, Cheesecake Factory. And the other one scared the man away after gobbling up 48 oysters. Let's talk about it. Where do we want to start? Let's start with the HBIC of reality TV, Nene Leakes. Okay, so Nene went on her YouTube channel, right? And she got very emotional. Nene found love. She done lost love. She done rediscovered love, or what she thought was love, and now she doesn't have no love. She realized that she is alone and has no one. I guess it hit her when she was in the doctor's office and they asked her for an emergency contact number, and she realized that her husband, Greg Leakes, of over 20 plus years, was her emergency contact. And now she's taking a hard look and saying, like, I really don't have anyone. If I get sick or need to make some healthcare decisions or whatever, who are they gonna call? And so she is struggling with the thought of just settling for someone that she may not love. Someone to just enter in an agreement with, just to be there during her time of need. Now, Nene, she's over 50, and the dating scenes have changed, and it ain't what it used to be when she met Greg, right? So after being married, I can only just think about it, just after being married to someone for 20 plus years, to a good man, like in Waiting to Exhale, he was a good man, Savannah. Just do you think that maybe there's only one soulmate for each of us out there, and Nene may have found hers in Greg, and that's it for her in this lifetime? And if so, does it make sense for her to do what she's talking about? Just settle for anyone that they can reach an understanding or agreement to just be in a partnership and say, hey, I'm gonna be there for you and you be there for me if we need each other. I don't know. What do you all think about it? Talk about it in the comment section. Okay, let's pivot now to Tia Mowry. Now, Tia, on the other hand, she's only been out here on these dating scenes for about 3 months, you know, and she already out here crying that this ain't it for her. This whole dating scene, it ain't it for her. She's like, men don't want to court women anymore, yada, yada, yada. And I'm here thinking, what rock has this woman been under, right? Don't she realize that the dating landscape has changed tremendously? There's a drought of good men. I even hear this from the 20 and 30 somethings, that it's just really hard to find good men. I mean, and then also men just think that they have the upper hand. You know what I'm saying? They're not putting in the work. They feel like the women need to put in the work for them because there's more of them, you know, well, excuse me, not more of them. It's less of them, right? Available, and more women that's desiring good men. And this is especially a problem for the black women. And I know my daughter says that, you know, in terms of just from the lens of going out and dating people, right? During not dating, but going out like to a club or something, like dancing and all that, that the you know, before when I was back out there, you know, when we went out, you know, we waited around and the man came up and asked us to dance, and we go out and dance when they asked us to dance, right? Now it's the other way around. It's like the men are standing around and the women have to ask them, or either people just dancing with each other, you know, groups of girls and all that. It's just, things are very much different. So I can understand that, Tia is like, wow, I didn't expect all of this. So what I'm thinking happened is because, Tia, I don't know, during COVID and stuff, she came into this whole self-discovery and she changed her look, her hair, her clothes, and she started feeling herself. And I think she thought she was the it girl. I'm pretty sure men were sliding up in her DM. Now, probably her relationship with her ex was not what she necessarily wanted it to be. But I'm thinking now she probably got, hey, I'm desired. I'm desired. So she probably said, hey, I'm going to just exit left and see what's out here. I got these people reaching out to me. I'm not going to cheat on my husband or nothing, but I'm going to just exit left from this 14-year relationship. And now I'm going to see what's out here and see what's popping. And she probably like in the Tyler Perry movie, Why Did I Get Married? The 80-20 rule came into play, okay? Or maybe it was a 60-40. I don't know. She probably was like, I'm not getting the full 100% in my marriage. I think I deserve better. I need to get the 100%. So I'm going out here and see what's out here. And now she's realizing that the grass ain't always green on the other side. And, that trying to go and find that 100%, now you done lost the 60 that you had that you probably could have worked to get to maybe 80% in your marriage. So I don't know. It never works out. I think when people think that the grass is always green on the other side and they're looking for that 100% and they realize most of the time it ain't even 20%. Sometimes it ain't even 15%. Okay? So, and I just want to share from my personal lens, being a woman of 50 plus who married for the first time in 2019 at the age of 53, I had to understand that my view of relationships had to change. What I once desired in a relationship when I was in my 20s, my 30s, hell, even in my 40s, was completely different from what I desired in my later life. I wasn't looking for a man to marry, raise a family. None of that stuff was important. I wasn't looking for someone that was, I got to have this, that, and the other, and check off all these boxes and what have you. I think that's what's wrong with people today. We got too many lists, okay? I was just really looking for someone that shared the same core values as I do. I was looking for a man of faith. I wanted someone that respected his mother, because if he respects his mother, I know he'll respect me and any other women. I wasn't looking for anyone that particularly had kids still in the home with them or was taking care of any adult kids that they may have had. And also I was looking for somebody who was kind, a gentleman, and that treated me like his queen, okay? My husband, he opens up the car door for me. Now I can open up my own car door, but he does that, and I think that is just a courtesy, and I like that about him, okay? So here's what I'm thinking for both Nene and Tia. With their celebrity status, I think they need to date someone that is a nobody. And I say that not in a bad way, but it's a man that doesn't care about the limelight, doesn't care about the money that they have, or don't care about the accolades and, all the notoriety, how many, followers they have, not trying to be on the come up. And basically doesn't even have probably even any social media accounts. No Facebook, no Instagram, ain't on TikTok. That's the kind of man that Nene and Tia probably need. And you know where they can go and probably find that? I think they need a good old Southern country man. Okay? That's what I'm thinking they need. But anywho, let's move on to the 2 first date failures. The first one I'm going to call the Cheesecake Factory fool. Okay? This girl, she went viral for a first date failure because she did not want to be taken to a chain restaurant, Cheesecake Factory. Now, I don't know about you all, but I thought Cheesecake Factory was considered a mid-tier restaurant, right? Y'all let me know if y'all think differently in the comments below. I posted this video on my TikTok, so if you haven't watched it, go and feel free to do it over there. But I posted it on TikTok, and it's gotten almost I think now we're probably at maybe 9,000 views, and it's got hella comments, okay? All of them negative, okay? So this is a black girl, first of all, and I think the guy is, I'm thinking of Indian descent. Now, this chick, in my opinion, and in some of the comments, and most of the comments that I had on my page, they think that this chick is, you know, maybe a 5 out of 10 at best. And truth be told, she looks a little bit older than the man himself. So kind of giving me the auntie vibes. And she wasn't dressed, from what I could see, at all like she was ready for any kind of fine dining experience. But and it wasn't like it was a Golden Corral, Cracker Barrel, or Applebee's. Now, ain't nothing wrong with those restaurants, but they are not on the same tier as a Cheesecake Factory, okay? But then I later discovered a full interaction video of them. And here's the gig. He actually had planned for another restaurant, which was probably of a fine dining experience. He made a reservation, showed up to her house. She was an hour, left him sitting in the car for an hour. So guess what? They missed that reservation. So he made a backup reservation, which was Cheesecake Factory. Now, if you live anywhere, I know where I live, you would have to have a reservation for everything, right? So if he was able to even get a reservation at Cheesecake Factory, you know, as a backup after she done sat there and made the man wait for an hour, that's a good thing. That's a good thing. And now let me say something about this man. Now, I know that if that was a brother, he would have been skirt out of there. He wouldn't have waited for that woman for no hour. And he texted her and said, "Can I come in?" Now, granted, if this is a first date and she don't know nothing about this man, I wouldn't suggest that man come into her house either. Or I probably wouldn't have had him pick me up, and so he'd know where I live. I would have probably just met him wherever we were supposed to meet. But nonetheless, I can understand her saying that I'm not having anybody come into my house. But you made the man sit outside for an hour waiting on you. And truth be told, if you've seen the video, she had braids in her hair. So I don't know what she was doing for an hour. Makeup didn't look like it was all on point. And the dress that she had, you know, on looked like she could just slipped it over like I slipped over this little shirt over right here. So I don't know what prep she was doing for an hour. And it didn't look like it took all that to get what she had together. But nonetheless, he was like, okay, when she wouldn't get out the car at the Cheesecake Factory and she was upset because he was taken to the Cheesecake Factory, he was like, "Look, I don't have high expectations for a first date, but all the ones that I had, you failed them. You have disrespected me," and he took her ass home, okay? Which he should have. Girl, you messed out on the bag. I'm pretty sure that I work with a lot of Indians, and he probably was in IT, and I'm pretty sure he had some coins. Now, like I say, that was a good score, and you just messed it up, okay? You messed it up, and you done messed it up for everyone, because you done went viral now, so ain't no man in the world gonna want to touch you after this. No man. So you done messed yourself up completely. But anywho, let's move on to the 48 oysters first date failure. Now, this is another fool. Now, let's talk about this one. She had a first date with a guy that had been trying to get with her for quite some time. And she said she had just, you know, ignored him. Then she finally said, "Okay, yeah, I accept." And he wanted to take her out for drinks only. Drinks only. And so she said, "Yeah, okay, I got a place that we can go." So she recommended Fontaine in Atlanta. I'm going to go there when next time I'm in Atlanta. But anywho, yeah, she must have wanted some oysters that day. So she went there, and the oysters are $15 for a dozen. Okay, I don't think the guy would have been opposed to ordering 1 dozen of oysters for $15, and they shared it, and then have a couple of drinks. Okay, remember, it's a drinks only date, first date. This chick actually orders 4 dozen. 4 dozen. That's 48 oysters, and she eats all of them. And then she looks at the menu and was like, okay, what else can I have here? She ordered some red roasted potatoes, crab cakes. Remember, it's a drink only first date. So her date kindly excuses himself to the bathroom and he dine and dash. He dines and dash or drinks and dash because he didn't even come there to eat. He up out of there. And she's pissed off because he left her with this hefty bill. And so then she texts him, you know, through whatever medium that they connected through and say, look, hey, how dare you leave me with this bill? And he was like, I invited you out for drinks only. I will gladly cash app you for the drinks. That's it. And I think he was being generous with that because I probably wouldn't even responded to her text. I would have just left her on unread, okay? I would have left her completely on unread. You had left her ass in there, in the in the restaurant. She had to pay the bill. She dated herself that night, okay? So now here's my thoughts, ladies. Stop going into these experiences with such high expectations. Most first dates is let's meet at a bar for a drink or a coffee house so we can chat and learn more about each other. Stop using men for a meal ticket, okay? It's already a drought out here, a lack of good men. So don't put out that narrative for the women that's really seeking a good man, a good partner, okay? I'm not saying to lower your expectations, but just reconsider what really matters the most for you on your love journey, okay? And just remember, as you're dating, regardless to what, what decade that you're in, whether you're in your 20s, 30s, 40s, or 50 plus, just remember, expectations can change as people change and grow, okay? That's all I got for you. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this video. Also hit that subscribe button if you're new to my YouTube channel. Until next time.